yeah, I think that's just going to be how I open all these videos from now on. Just start out with an abrupt hello. Ha! Hey, so let's see. Monday, kind of covered a broad spectrum of things. Tuesday, talked about being a stay-at-home dad, hair, teeth, all that. Today, what do we talk about today? You know what? Long as we're doing this, I already cried about it last night, so we'll talk about it now. There have been a lot of deaths. Oh, very, very painful losses for me and my family in general. In beginning of May, I believe it was, Cindy was in a car accident. Lots of bruises, contusions, all that. She totaled that car. And she's doing okay. Sore, bit rough, but doing okay. And then come end of May, beginning of June, she was in bed with Elliot, watching YouTube videos with him. Went to get out of bed. The details I have are fuzzy. I'm giving you the broad thing without getting too specific, you know. Went to get out of bed. Something about slipped and fell. Screamed out in pain, started crying, passed out. I don't know if she slipped in the coma then, or if they had put her in a coma, how that worked when she got to the hospital. But she lasted a weekish in the coma, and they took her off life support. She lasted an hour or two, I believe, and was gone. And just like that, all of our worlds flipped upside down. And that was just the start. That was just the start of our summer. That was the start of the frustration of 2021. That was just the beginning. Oh, so before she passed, I had gone down and got the kids. When she was in the hospital in the coma. And we got the call the day before Annalise's birthday that she had passed. So the next day is Annalise's birthday. What a way to remember a birthday. And it was only a month before Elliot's birthday. So we drive down there for the funeral, which went well. We're trying to get life together, call the school, try to get them into Montessori, because Marcus is in Montessori, and they should get, you know, bumped right up top of the list because they're siblings. Well, it's still a pretty long waiting list. So it was like, what, a month before school started, we found out that a spot had opened up for Oswald to get into preschool. Then like 2 weeks before school started, we found out a spot opened up for Annalise. In like 2 days, maybe a day before school started, I got the call that the spot had opened up so Elliot could go. So I got all 4 kids into the same school. All 4 of them are going to Montessori. I'm a happy man. So we get bedrooms arranged, and we get things set up, and we get the whole life together. And beginning of October-ish, a lot of this is blurry in my head. I'm still dealing with grief. So if I don't get the exact timings right, it's not that I don't care. my brain is shot. Anyways, so my dad's dad, we knew it was a matter of time. I mean, we had high hopes, but it was a matter of time. So, beginning of October, he passed. I mean, maybe a week, 2 after I'd taken, Paige and Katie and the kids down to go see him one last time. We didn't know if it was going to be the last time, but we wanted to make sure we'd been there. We spent time with him, talked with him, hung out with him. The kids got to see him. It was a good day. For the most part, he remembered everybody. It was a good day. But then he passed. And that was sad. We had the funeral. Because of work, I didn't get to make it to the actual gravesite to see him be buried, but I at least made it to the funeral. So, Mom and Dad had been living with Grandpa. Mom had been taking care of him full time. So the plan was they were going to move in there. So Dad was going through the house of all the Grandpa's stuff, all Grandma's stuff, going through his house of all of his stuff, all of Mom's stuff. Then, around Halloween, my parents went to a wedding. Somebody at the wedding had COVID. My parents got sick. And they got very sick. Like, very, very sick. And the day before my birthday, day after my birthday, I got a phone call from my mom that my dad had passed in the night. A year before my 40th birthday. So, day before was my 39th birthday. 2 weeks before my dad's birthday. He got taken. So in a matter of 6 months, I lost my ex-wife, mother of my children. I lost my grandfather, who I'm named after, who was my last living grandparent. And I lost my father, who, despite all the disagreements we've had over the years, was one of my closest friends. I talked to him on a regular basis. I called him a couple times a week. I mean, often they were just short little conversations, and a lot of times it was literally, he'd pick up the phone and I go, I gotta say sorry. And his response would be, oh yeah? What'd the children do this time? That was... I will make it through this. So we had all that loss. And it takes a toll. And then I talked about in the return to the ByronVlog video about how I had the death at work when I was still doing security, and how that had hit me, and I had a hard time getting his face out of my head. I didn't get to say goodbye to Cindy. I mean, I got to go to the funeral, but, I got to go to Grandpa's funeral. I did get pretty much say goodbye to him. But I haven't really gotten an actual goodbye when it comes to my dad. Because he was so sick with COVID, there was no seeing the body. He had to be cremated. The last phone conversation I had with him, he was delirious from the fever. He was sad and in pain and distraught and sorry. A lot of what he said made sense, but a lot of what he said didn't. But at least the last thing I ever got to say to my dad was, I love you. So I try to at least focus on that. That I did get to say goodbye, kind of. The last thing I said to him was kind. The last thing I got to do was have a conversation where I got to console him. Okay, I think I've reached about my limit for this topic. So yeah, we're getting life together, trying to sort it back out, trying to figure out the new normal. If you like the videos but you don't always have a chance to watch the whole video, then I have been taking the videos, ripping the audio out of them, and posting them as a podcast. The link is in the description down below, if that works better for you. Just remember that the audio quality is the same as watching the video. You hear all the car noises, you just don't see any of it. So, I'm almost to the kids. I will go home, start editing this. Yeah. Alright, I gotta go. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, you're not so alone.